Hey guys, what's up? Welcome and welcome back to my channel, LaMonicas Lab. If you're new, I know you're probably like, girl, you don't have any makeup, but I'm actually doing like multiple videos, so that's why I'm not putting on makeup just yet. But in today's video, as you can see by the title, I've had so many of you beauties asking me to do a brow tutorial. It was highly requested, so that's what this video is all about, hence why I don't have a full face right now. But nevertheless, if you're new to my channel, give this video a thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button. It definitely helps me out. And if you want to know how you do your brows, really simple, easy, not too many products, but it is to your preference. And then I'll explain throughout the video like how you can get to that step. Then keep on watching. Alright, so first you're going to need whatever brow pencil you want to use. I'm using the Benefit Precisely Brow Pencil in the shade number 4. So what I do is I typically go ahead and brush out my hair. So on this particular brow pencil, there are two ends, the pencil and then the spoolie. It looks like a mascara wand, but I'm going to use that and brush out my hairs. And then I'm going to just go ahead and draw a line that is going the same way as my hair. So I'm not like creating any additional lines. I'm just going along my hairline, just connecting all the hairs together by using the pencil. So I do that on the bottom and I do that on the top as well. Now when I get on the top, I flick it out as much as I can to create a tail, because my eyebrows are naturally long on the ends. I like to cut it off at a certain point. But I recently got my eyebrows threaded for the first time, maybe a few weeks back. And so that's why it was easier for me to do this tutorial for you guys. But girl, if I needed my brows done, I would have never done this because my brows are a mess and they get so hairy. But nevertheless, I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side by drawing my line on the bottom and connecting the top line at the top, giving that tail towards the end. So that is what you see me doing here. And sometimes you may mess up. Sometimes your line may be too long, or you may over draw anything at the bottom and it looks thicker. You can just wipe it off and start over. Trust me, there are days where I'm trying to get things done and I have to start over, or I have to just use concealer to make sure my brow is not too thick. But that comes with doing brows, girl. Practice makes perfect. So here I'm just going to go ahead and fill my brows in, going the same way that my hairs are going. So here my hairs go down towards the tail part and they go upward towards the front of the brow. So I'm just filling in any sparse areas with my pencil just so that it can look cohesive and really neat and really clean. So that's what I'm showing you guys here. Super easy. Like when I do my brows, I'm not doing all that extra stuff to them. I don't know what makes brows so difficult, but it's difficult enough to even do with pencil because of the shaping. Like my shape is really important to me. So when I get to the front of the hair, that's when I use my pencil and I go upward the same way my hairs go. Here you see me brushing everything together so that the product can move around throughout the brow and make the brow look more natural. It's totally up to you if you want to make your brow look natural or if you want it to look super bold. The way that you make it super bold is if you continuously color in your eyebrow with a deeper pencil. Like I said, I'm using the number 4. The products that I'm using will be listed in the description box below. If you want to go for more of a natural brow like I'm aiming for this, then you don't press down as hard. You would just simply fill in your brow and then allow the brush to maneuver the product through the brow evenly. So here I'm just making sure I like the way the product is being distributed through my brows. I'm making sure that I have enough product on each, and now it's time to sculpt them. So I have two concealers here. I have my Josie Maran concealer and my Tarte Shape Tape. The Josie Maran concealer is a little bit darker, so it's in the shade medium tan. So I use that for the top of my brow, and then I use the Shape Tape for the bottom of my brow. So first I'm going to show you how I use the Josie Maran. I'm going to be going in with the angled Chanel brush, and I just use the Josie Maran and just outline the top of my brow how you see that I'm doing here. The reason I go in with the darker shade on the top is because using a lighter concealer on the top of the brow, it just the point of you sculpting your brows is so it can still look natural but really precise, really sharp. So using the medium tan for my skin tone allows my brow to look natural at the top. It doesn't look like I sat there for hours sculpting out a brow. Now, it's totally fine to use a lighter concealer towards the bottom of your brow because you want to highlight the bottom of the brow to make the brow look popping, to allow your brow to look standing up, like you really sculpted something out. So that's why you're going to see me use the shade medium in the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, which is what I'm doing right now. So I actually ended up switching to my Too Faced Multi-Sculpting Concealer. The undertone of this is amazing for brows and under eyes, so I decided to go with this one. My Tarte Shape Tape is a bit lighter, so I didn't want it to be too bright under the eye, so it's totally up to you how bright you want your under eye arch to be, but I was going for a natural sculpted brow, as I mentioned in the beginning. So here you see me just doing a thin line with the same angled brush and just taking my time under the brow, making sure that the line is as straight and precise as possible. And then I'm dragging the product downward. The reason that you want to drag the product downward is because when it's time to blend all that in, you don't want too much of the concealer going into your brow, because girl, I've had that problem so many times where I put too much concealer and it will be inside my brow, and now my brow is looking ashy because concealer is mixed in with your pencil or your pomade or whatever brow product you're using. So to avoid that mistake, try to use as little product as possible and build your way up, rather than using a lot of concealer and then you have that huge problem that I just mentioned. So here, as you can see, I'm adding a little bit more towards my arched part of the brow, because that's where I want it to be lifted and seem like it's super highlighted there and super cleaned up. So I'm just dragging that product, making sure everything is even on both ends, and then dragging it down. And this is how you can also prep your eyelids for a eyeshadow look that you're going to go for. I use my concealer as a eyeshadow base, so that's what I'm doing here. And I'm just using this Real Techniques fluffy brush to just blend all that out. Super easy, super like affordable products, and like done in like less than 10 minutes once you get the hang of it. So this part here, I'm just blending. I always like go back towards my brows and do the most, and then at the end I just take my spoolie and make sure all the product is even and everything look cohesive, and that is basically my brows. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Super easy. Let me know what eyebrow products you guys use, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this brow tutorial. This is my updated one, and until next time, love, peace, and beauty. I'll see you guys in my next one.